I am going to log in as admin. Now I will like to have a look at the records that I may have. Let me take an opportunity to describe this screen to you. This screen comes up in response to a click on this link, select business and line. SuneroDoc lets you manage records of multiple businesses. Businesses are created in SuneroDoc by superadmin. Superadmin maintains a list of businesses and also the passwords which are necessary for getting connected to records of a particular business. It's an option. Businesses may be password protected or may not be. In this example, BUS02 is the business and it is password protected, and I enter the password and select the business. At the moment, two different verticals are created in this installation of SuneroDoc: PL personal line, CL commercial line. So I select PL. So the line which is selected is PL, and this installation has 8 records of PL vertical. Each record represents a document, multi-page document. Double clicking a record opens that document. You will be able to open up to 10 documents at a time. The tab title says PL:2. PL is the line and 2 is the document ID. In PL2 there are 36 records and the 36 pages, and the page you are seeing right now is the first page. On a mouse scroll or via a click of backward and forward buttons here, one can go to different pages of this document. And as you can see, one of the key deliverables of SuneroDoc is easy and quick flipping of pages of a document. No matter how many documents may be open at a given point of time, this speed you're always going to get. So I have shown you some basic functionality. I move on to demonstration of workflow functionality. As we said to begin with, I have logged in as administrator, and that's the reason administration tab is visible and the functionality within the administration tab can be exercised. This link here, workflows, is for creation of workflows. Let's see here. I have created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workflows here. A workflow is a set of procedural stages. In this window, the top box gives you the list of workflows. Select a particular workflow, and the bottom box gives you the list of stages. Let's have a look at this list of stages which has been created as an example. New personal line policy, procedure for new personal line policy, and it is active. Workflows and the stages within the workflows have to be active in order for tasks to be created and carried out for workflow of your choice. The stages which have been defined, stage name that has been chosen by us, stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are user setup, and user also sets up a sequence in which the stages have to be executed. So if one were in position 2 and 2 were in position 1, then first stage to be executed will be the one related to the second record. So that's the importance of the sequence column. Here we have stuck to a natural sequencing. So stage 1 is sequence 1, stage 2 is sequence 2. Just goes on to say that if there is a sufficient reason, the order in which the stages of a workflow would be executed could be modified by changing the sequence. For illustration purpose, procedure for new PL policy has been defined as a sequence of 6 stages or steps. Number 1, gather client information and start file. Number 2, add available customer documents to file and obtain missing documents. Three, add record to Agency Pro and generate policy quotation. 4, collect premium and launch policy application. 5, have the policy document issued and sent to the client. 6, mark the task complete. I'll just show you how stages get created. New commercial line policy, at the moment there are no stages set up for this. I click new. Prompt comes, okay to add new stage to workflow, new CL policy, say yes, and here we are. I say this is stage 1. Gather client details for CL record and hand over to staff. This is let's say going to take 2 hours, and I could keep on adding stages. So this is how. Once we have created a workflow and set up the stages in that workflow, we have to identify persons in the organization who will be responsible for different stages. And that is done in workflow assignment. Select a workflow. This definition has been created for new PL policy. Stage 1, responsible person is admin. Stage 2, Roman. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth one is also admin. So 1 and 6 are for admin. 2, 3, 4, 5 are the stages to be completed by Roman. Similarly, see here, admin is responsible for gathering client information and start file and mark the task complete. Romil is responsible for these 4. So total 6 stages, and we know. In new CL policy, you would recall we had created 2 new stages, and if you click the stages, you will find that user has not yet been set up for it. So I will like stage 1 to be the responsibility of admin. So what do we have in selection? Stage is selected and the user is selected, and I say add user assignment. So for 1, the person responsible is admin. For 2, we have yet to define. Let's say for stage 2, Romil will be responsible, and I add this user assignment. So 1 is admin and 2 is Romil. So this is how you give responsibility of a stage in a workflow to a user. So this is what we do here. Now we have set up 2 workflows here, one for new PL policy and the other for new CL policy. We may want to similarly create workflow for renewal of PL policy. There is no stage definition for this. Let me create one. This is stage 1, and here select document and launch workflow task. No. Review document and send over for communication with client. And let's say this takes 1 hour and it's active. Another one. New proposal in consultation with a client and get the client approval for proposal. Let's say it takes 1 hour and it's active. Third stage, maybe collect premium and send application to insurance company. Follow up with insurance company and obtain issued let's say this takes 2 days. So on and so forth. And let me do the assignments for this. This, let it go to admin and let these go to the associate. Now, so this is what we do. One is with admin, second, third, fourth, so admin is responsible only for review, document and send over for. Rommel is responsible for all this. Now, there could be 2 situations. One is a renewal situation where an older policy is still in existence and in SuneroDoc. The second situation is creating a record for a totally new client or a new policy. So let us say that this is the client record and this policy is due for renewal, and we want to do the task initiation for renewal of PL policy workflow. I add this document to the list and then create workflow instance. Renewal of PL policy is a workflow that I wish to exercise. Document that I clicked is selected here. Create a document-based workflow. Create document-based workflow instances. I click this, and for document number 3, renew PL policy workflow task is generated. Similarly, I may want to launch a task for new PL policy creation, and obviously there won't be an existing document for this. So I create without document workflow instance under new PL policy. The selections are important. So this is the record. So we have generated 2 tasks today, June 2nd, 2015, June 2nd. Workflow tasks which have run through all the stages and have been completed, system marks them as complete like this. Those which do not carry a completion tick, they are still at some stage in the workflow. Where are they? We can find out. As an administrator, workflow status can be found. There are a total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks. So you will find that there are 5 records here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New PL policy. At stage 1, there are 2 records. This one is something we created just now. This is something we created earlier. So these 2 tasks are at stage 1 of new PL policy. Under new PL policy, this task is at stage 5 and this task is at stage 6. This is an absurd situation. If a task has been completed, it cannot be at stage 5 under new PL policy because its last stage is 6. And there is a reason for it. Renew PL policy, there is one task which we just now created. This is for document ID 3. And this is not carrying completion tick. You click a stage record, system shows you who's responsible for that. So we have at stage 1 2 incomplete workflow tasks, and the responsibility of completing them lies with admin. New PL policy workflow stage 5. This task is Romel's responsibility. Stage 6 is admin's responsibility, but it is complete. So that tells us if it is not complete, then who to catch. This is the task which we created some time back. So this and this are the tasks which we created some time back. So this status dialog tells you which are the workflows for which tasks have been created, which task is at which stage, and which stage is whose responsibility, and what exactly is expected of the associate towards that stage. Admin for stage 1 is supposed to gather client information, start file. Romel for stage 5 has to have the policy document issued and sent to the client. In renew PL policy, stage 1 is responsibility of admin, and admin is supposed to review the document and send over for communication with client. So this is how the status works. So we have created workflow instances. I am logged in as admin, and I want to know if there is some work for me. Under new PL policy, these are the two under new PL policy, this is the task which I created just now. Six, there is one task in new PL policy workflow, but it is completed. Renewal policy stage 1 is waiting for me. New PL policy, this particular task I carry out. I have to gather client information and start the file. So let us assume that I have gone to search document, created a new record, and entered relevant information in that record. So I have completed that task, and I say, okay, I want to promote it to the next stage. So that task goes out of this because that was stage 1. Now it would have gone to stage 2. Stage 2, if we recall, new PL policy 2, 3, 4, 5 were for women. So that's the reason it's not showing up. For renew PL policy, I complete the task and promote it to next stage, so it goes out of here. It has gone to stage 2. Stage 2, if you remember, is with room. I log out and log in as well. Let me close this. Current business is none. I reselect the business. And reselect the line and click search reports, and back to the same screen. Go to workflow tasks. I am now logged in as woman. So what tasks does woman have? New PL policy task, the one which has been created some time back, is at stage 2, and that's my responsibility. I promote it, so it goes out. There is no task for new PL policy waiting for me at stage 2 because it has moved to stage 3. None at stage 2, it has moved to stage 3. Now it has moved to stage 4. Is there anything at stage 5? We have seen this record earlier. This is not a recent task. Yes, this is the one waiting at 5. At 4, I promote it. it goes out and it appears here. I complete this, so it goes out from stage 5, which means it has gone to stage 6. Stage 6 is with admin, that's why I don't see it. Renew PL policy. This task is waiting for me. Task 2, 3, 4 are meant for me. So from 2 it will move to 3. Complete my bit and promote. Only 4 tasks, four stages have been set up in renew PL policy as an illustration. So since I am saying okay, promote it to next stage, there is no stage after 4th, so it's marked as complete. So ticking the complete or completed checkbox is not something which can be done by interaction. Comments are editable, but clicking checkbox is not. So this particular task is already completed. It's only the new PL policy which has moved to stage 6, which is with admin. Now, before I go there, this opens the document which is related with the task. So I close this, once again select business and line and ask the system if there is a task for me. New PL policy. Stage 1. This is an old record. Stage 6. This is the one we created just now. So I select this and promote it, and the checkbox comes. There is a document associated with this. With these two, no documents are associated. When you are dealing with a new policy record creation, where first or second stage may be creation of an initial document. A document does come into existence after the workflow task has been launched, and at that time you could select that particular document like this and select that particular task and click the button link selected. The document which has been selected by you will be linked with that record, so that persons who are responsible for later stages, they have a way to open that document and see and use the information which has been created. Thank you. I hope you get the basic hang of the functionality.